As you exhale, drop into that forward fold. Wrap your hands around each elbow and release your head in between your arms. Release your shoulders and relax your neck. Take a few deep breaths. Now we're going to come into a runner's lunge. Release your fingertips on each side of your feet and take the right foot back. Bring your knee directly over your heel. Keep your back leg long and straight. Stay strong in this posture by drawing your navel center in and lengthening the muscles of your back. Focus your eyes to the floor and keep your neck in line with the spine. Feel the strength of that back leg as it releases your hip flexor. So now let's lift the upper body away from your thigh and balance onto the ball of your back foot. You can rest your hands on your thigh. This is called crescent pose. If you feel unsteady, then please drop your knee to the floor. But once you feel balanced, then place your hands to your heart. So if you want to challenge your balance and strength, let's go into a spinal twist. Lift your opposite elbow from the bent knee and move slowly from your waist, first rotating from the shoulder and letting the head follow. Gaze up to the sky and open the chest. We'll stay here for 3 breaths. Notice the strength of your abs. Feel the stretch of the back and the massage of the internal organs. Release your hands back to the floor. Drop your knee onto your mat and lift your torso up from the thigh. You can always rest your hands on your quadriceps or reach your arms up towards your ear. Let's try to lift the chest. Feel the gentle stretch of your hip flexor without pulling or forcing the body into any awkward position. Release your hands down to your mat. Allow your hips to sink into our runner's lunge while keeping your back leg extended. Now let's move into downward facing dog. From your lunge, take a deep inhale and move the front foot back to your other foot. Tuck your toes under and slowly press your hips up and back. Press down with the palms of your hands and your heels into down dog. Try to feel the equal work of all 4 limbs so that your spine lengthens and your ribs and pelvis move apart to create space. Notice how the strength of your arms and leg creates mobility in your spine. Down dog helps you discover the balance between strength and flexibility. So if you're a practicing yoga student, then let's lift the left leg up into the air. Draw from the strength of your gluteus maximus to keep that leg lifting. Keep your navel center in to keep the posture in balance. So on your next exhale, let's sweep that left foot forward into a runner's lunge and make sure you place that foot right between your hands. In this runner's lunge, try to bring both hands to the floor. Shift your hips forward until your front knee is directly over your heel. Keep your other leg straight and long with the back foot flexed. Stay strong in this posture by drawing your navel center in and lengthening the muscles of your back. Focus your eyes to the floor and keep your neck in line with the spine. Feel the strength of the back leg as it releases your hip flexor. Now lift the upper body away from your thigh and balance onto the ball of your foot. You can bring your hands to your heart. This posture is called crescent pose. So if you feel unsteady, then please drop your knee to the floor. To challenge your balance and strength, let's move into a spinal twist. Lift the opposite elbow from the bent knee up. Move from your waist first, rotating from your shoulder with your head following last. Take your focus up to the sky, opening your chest, and take 3 breaths. Notice the strength of your abs and feel the stretch of your back. Release your hands back to the floor. Drop your knee onto your mat and lift your torso up from your thigh. Circle your arms up to the sky and feel the gentle stretch of your hip without pulling or forcing your body into any awkward position. Continue to elongate your spine and sink your hips. Hands down to the floor. Bring your hands along the side of your foot and bend your knee directly over your heel. Sink your hips and feel the stretch of the hip flexor. Now let's take that front foot back into plank pose and push with our hands as we lift our hips into downward facing dog. Press your hips up and back. Feel the weight on the palms of your hands and your heels. Try to feel equal work in all 4 limbs so your spine lengthens. Notice how the strength of your arms and legs creates space and mobility in your spine. Now let's challenge our core strength by lifting our right leg up into the air. Draw the navel center in and feel the strength of your gluteus maximus. When you're ready, slowly bring that foot back down to your mat. And now let's bend our knees and come into a tabletop position. We're going to take a little break and push back into child's pose, resting your hips on your heels and your forehead to your mat. Close your eyes and let's take at least 3 restorative breaths. Please join me again for another yoga stretch program.